Hey, I'm Gail Flynn.
And I am historic Joel Morgan.
And we are hanging out for City of the Week in Port Huron at the Port Huron Museum.
Absolutely. It's the Carnegie Port Huron Museum. It started out in 1904 as the Port Huron Library through a grant with Andrew Carnegie, the same guy who financed Carnegie Hall. He helped put the big library here in Port Huron. It was a library until 1967 when it became the Carnegie Port Huron Museum.
And there's actually a huge Carnegie display that they are getting ready for that'll be kicking off in the beginning of March, I think March 6th. And it runs through August here at the Port Huron Museum. A lot of cool stuff to see. Like right here we have got Thomas Edison's phonograph, and
I got a phonograph picture of
oh my god. So
Thomas Edison
has a tremendous history here in Port Huron. You remember Grand Funk Railroad was named after Grand Trunk Railroad. Well, Thomas Edison rode the Grand Trunk Railway, which went from Port Huron to Detroit on a daily basis, and he even talked him into letting him sell newspapers and confections on the train ride.
Is that what they used to call candy?
Yeah.
Confections.
Confections.
Not only that, but he earned money for his experiments and some of his chemicals and stuff. And after he'd get done selling, he'd go into one of the back cars and do some experiments.
He's in the back car.
One time, something got knocked over, it started a fire, and the train car caught on fire. Thomas Edison got in big trouble. If that would have happened today, he would have been like on the no train list or something.
Or the no rail list.
Or the no wheels list.
Yeah, but if he was on the no rail list, he'd literally be off the rails. So some of the other things here in the Port Huron Museum, we've got Erin V, morning show host from Big Jim's house. At least the same
That's
haircut.
not her.
It is
She's
her.
a time traveler, obviously.
It's
We're
actually
on to you, Erin.
Colleen Moore, who was a big deal actress back in the black and white film days,
From
man.
right here in Port Huron.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? And they've got all kinds of cool costumes and things of that nature. Really a lot to see. Now, the Thomas Edison Grand Trunk Railway, that display is actually in a separate building. And what else do they have going on?
They also have, that's on a separate, it's just a short little ways away from here, but they also have, at the waterfront, they've got the Lightship Museum that was like a floating lighthouse, and it was decommissioned in 1972 and given to Port Huron as a gift to Port Huron from the Coast Guard.
Wow, that's pretty fantastic, Joel.
Right.
So there's a lot going on here, clearly a lot of history and a lot of cool things to do here in Port Huron that you may not have been aware of.
No doubt. Check this out.
Oh my gosh.
Look
this
at
is
this.
just
All right,
amazing.
cool, man.
So see if it works, Joel. Why don't you go ahead and try and fire up this.
All right, cool. Well, it might take a second here, Donnie.
Zenith
This is
radio.
a Zenith radio from 1939.
Circa 1939.
Turn it. Check it out.
Try
Okay,
it,
here
try
we go.
it, try
Turn it on.
it.
There you go. There
This
we
was
go.
a bit we set up, and
turning
Steven
it
was
on.
supposed to make the music go, so
There,
it was all
working.
cool. Oh, is it? Oh, look, the radio works. That's
Hey.
fantastic.
We're in the museum. We got to turn it down.
So
If you
now Steven went too loud. Joel's all mad now.
get up here. It's the Port Huron Museum. It's historic
Before
Port
we
Huron.
get kicked out again.
94.7 WCSX, Port Huron, City of the Week.
Guys.